Aloha, Hugh O'Reilly with Maui Resort Realty, and this is my May digital letter. And taking a little different approach today. I'm going to looking at all the residential homes that sold across Maui in 2022, and it works out to it's exactly 200 homes have sold. So we're going to contrast the most affordable with the most expensive, and then we're going to talk about some numbers in between and what it all means, and see what we can extract from that. So the most affordable home was listed at $475,000. This isn't haiku, so this is what would be considered the North Shore over by Jaws, up country, a little more remote. There's no short-term rental allowed up there. This house was built in 1975, and this is the first time it's ever been on the market, and it sold for actually $575,000. So it actually sold $100,000 over listing. In 2022, the most expensive home, no surprise, was Wailea McKenna. It was listed at $29,500,000, and it closed this month on the 2nd for $26,490,700. So it actually sold below the list price, where the most affordable went up $100,000. This home was built in 1991. The last sale of it was in 2003 for $5.5 million. So that shows you the appreciation that it's seen. That home is sitting on just over an acre, and the smaller home that we were talking about earlier is only on a 2,800 square foot lot, so pretty tiny. But one of the things I tell people, there's kind of a pyramid where on the affordability, obviously the percentage of people that can afford to purchase is much larger. And as you go up the pyramid to these exotic and big homes, it's rarefied air. There's only a handful of people that can really do it. Looking at the, I looked at the 200 units, and I went through and identified every home that sold for its asking price or more. And it turns out 59% of the sales, of the 200 sales, there was 118, were at the asking price or greater. So 40% were below somewhere. So that's in itself is pretty exceptional. Let's look at something, what do they call it? The median prices and average prices for these homes. So I've just got a list here, one second. I'll pull it up. So the average price sale price was $2,671,000. The median price was $1,699,000. So that's right where center falls. So 100 were below 1.7, and 100 were above that. The market, as I've been saying over and over again, remains very strong. Very little inventory, lots of demand, lots of people moving over. I'm in negotiations with a couple right now for a home in Kihei, and the price is high when we look at it against the comps. But I spoke with the owner. He's also a real estate agent here, and he made his case that in his neighborhood, those are the kind of values he was getting. It's got solar panels on it that are fully paid for. They're on there. That's quite a bit of money. That's worth $50,000. It nets out his electric to zero, which is pretty effective because electricity is not going to get cheaper, and it's already expensive to start with here. So we're in negotiations, and we're talking, and we'll see where we end up. But that's a little insight into where we are. It hasn't kicked in yet. The interest rate increases. We'll be chatting about that, and I'm sure more down the road, where a 30-year fix was 3.5 just a few months ago, is now at 5%. And that's going to, especially the more family type buyer, I think, where they don't have that kind of cash, I think it's going to impact the lower end, the more affordable homes, and sort of have to put a buffer on prices, where I suspect these higher end homes, many of them are just going for cash. So there it is for May 2022. All the best for you, and we'll talk to you next month.